This is a Deity D3 Pro. This is a Sennheiser MKE 600. And this is the T.bone EM9900. Hi, so as you can see, the T.bone is actually a large microphone. It's a very, very large shotgun microphone, highly selective and just enormous. This is the sound of it indoors, but to be honest, I don't think that I would use a shotgun indoors. The reason being is, just excuse the noise, the shotgun microphone, if it is a proper shotgun, has interference things on the side. Now these interference things can interfere with the real sound indoors, because if you're speaking on a shotgun, what can happen is the direct sound is going in, but the side things are using the slots to reject sound, but some of the sound is bouncing off the walls and arrives a little bit later, and funny things can happen indoors with true shotgun mics. So if I'm honest, I don't think I would normally use a shotgun mic indoors, just in case of phasing problems and flutter and peculiar things happening to your audio. But this is the sound of it indoors. It is actually quite a bassy microphone, so indoors I would imagine it might be even more bassy, but outdoors that can work to your advantage. It's somewhat similar to the way that the Rode Video Mic Pro Plus works, in that it's got quite a hefty bass response, but when you take it outside, the bass response comes down and it gives you a little bit more presence outdoors. So in the room, the sound of this is possibly quite a fat sound. So that's from the front, that's from the side, and that's from the rear. So you can see this is quite a big thing to use, and I would think that this would need to be boomed, because I'm holding it at the moment an arm's length away from me and it's still right there. If I hold it full stretched arm, it's really quite a large microphone. It's not the kind of thing that you're going to want to be taking around and about with you. It's too big. Something else to consider with the T.bone as well is it is phantom power only. So if you're going to be taking something like this outdoors, you're going to need some kind of 48-volt phantom power supply to take with you. And that would mean putting something like a recorder on the top of your camera, or a thing that will supply power into your microphone that will plug into your camera if you want it there, or record it separately. So it's going to be a little bit unwieldy for proper mobile filming, but it is a true shotgun, and to be honest, it's a very cheap shotgun, and it sounds pretty good considering the price. So to read the specs of this microphone, it's got a polar pattern that's hypercardioid or lobar, which means it's really very, very directional. Frequency range of 30 to 20, pretty good. A switchable low cut at 180 Hz, which is 12 dB per octave. The only thing about that switch is it's inside, it's internal, so you can't easily get at it from the outside to switch it in to, say, get rid of traffic rumble. Bit of a nuisance, really, to be honest. It's got an impedance of 200 ohms, which is not bad, nice and low. SPL 130 dB, and it requires phantom power 9 to 52 volts. It's only an XLR mic, so it's a nicely spec'd microphone. And I see at the moment Thomann are advertising this for, let's see the price of this in UK money, £75.99, in euros €88. Now that's a really cheap shotgun mic. What is nice about this microphone is that it is actually fairly low noise, and if you listen in the quiet here, it's not picking up a great deal, and I'm not even using, to be honest, a great preamp. Okay, now there is a little bit of noise in here. There's a little bit of low hum coming from a freezer. There's a ticking of a clock, and apart from that, not too much. My preamp is only a portable one. I decided to use it as on a portable preamp, so it's just a cheap portable, got the camera nice and low. The only thing with the noise figures and listening to sound, the noise and the sound of hiss, whatever is going on here, it's very, very dependent on what camera you're using, what preamp you're using, more so probably than the microphone itself, but it is a low noise microphone. Okay, now I'm going to measure this microphone just to show you the real size of this thing. Okay, from tip to toe, it's 18 inches long. As you can see, this is quite a big microphone, so if you're going to use it, you're going to have to use the zoom further out or try and push the microphone back somehow. It is actually a very long microphone, not really that easy to use on the move. So what that really means is if you're going to use something that's so large on your camera, at least, you're going to have to zoom the lens right in to lose the thing at the top, and that in turn means you're further away from the microphone, which in turn means your audio isn't going to be quite as good as if it was close up. And once you get that gain up, you're going to start picking up a little bit more sound from the sides. But it is a large microphone, and really it would be better to be boomed or on a separate stand. I think it's a little bit large to be carrying around. Once you've got your microphone off your camera and it's close to you, you can lower the gain and therefore lower the noise. So this is the sound of the microphone a little bit closer. Now when it's as close as this, it might sound a little more bassy. Not quite sure, but just to test now the sound of the microphone and how it rejects. This is the sound of the microphone from the front. This is the sound of the microphone from the side. This is the sound of the microphone from the rear. Back to the side again, and now we're on the front. Of course, if you don't want something as large as this in the camera view, the best thing I think is to get it somewhere out of shot, and then it'll also lose a little bit of the bass perhaps, and not be so obtrusive in the shot. But you can't stand there like I am now because you look really bad. But this is the sound of this microphone being used outdoors. It's a nice microphone, it's fairly quiet in use, but as I say, the size of this means that you really do need to boom it or get it onto a separate stand to get it out of shot, because it is quite enormous. Just to show you the size. And I don't think really this is the kind of microphone I would walk around the streets with. It's a little bit frightening to see someone with such a huge microphone walking around the street, I think, with that on top of their camera. So I don't think I'd use it outdoors. So for £75, it's really not a bad shotgun microphone. The biggest problem with this is it is a specialist type thing. It's highly directional, it has a low bar pattern, and it's very, very large. That means that you can't run and gun with something like this. It's far too large. It's a specialized type of microphone. So if you're a filmmaker on a budget and you want to use a boom operator, I think this would be fantastic. But on your own with a camera, it's just a little bit unwieldy. Even making this review this morning for me has been quite difficult, getting it on top of the camera, getting it to sit properly, getting it out of shot because it's so large. So it is a specialized kind of microphone. If you want to make films and you've got someone else to hold it for you, I think it'll be fantastic. It's great value at £75. But I think, if I'm really honest, for your average run and gun type person, someone taking films at home, running around filming and shooting, or vlogs, this thing is just a little bit too big. But having said that, it's a good shotgun, especially given the price of about £75. So that's pretty good. If you like my videos, please consider subscribing. I'd like to have more subscribers and hope to see you in the near future. Cheers for now.